What's good, gamers? We're back at it. I turned off this this damn mouse again. So hopefully I remember to turn it on when I go to end the episode. Anyway, we are back into it. Uh, Ending of last episode. The monkey with the Dragon Ball got away from both Goku and Colonel Silver. The ball fell into a ravine and was washed away. Uh, and that was pretty much the resolution. I only have 6 lines of notes written for this episode. So I'm just going to kind of um, dictate what goes on. Uh, the English title for this episode is Cruel General Red, whereas the Japanese title is The Heartless Red Ribbon. And there's only five, once again, only 5 lines left, or only 5 lines total. The first shot we see is of the Red Ribbon Army with like military vessels in the kind of pooling area. Um, I don't know if you can really call it a lake or an ocean where that ravine led into, but the Red Ribbon Army is in it scuba diving for this ball. Meanwhile, Goku is just hanging out with the monkeys. He's just playing with them. He's so unbothered. He's like, it's been so much fun hanging out, but I got a jet. Sorry about that. Um, they're trying to keep him around. Uh, they really want him to stick around. Like they just love having Goku. Um, because he's a monkey boy. He's a little monkey boy. He's basically one of their kind. He's like Tarzan. But it starts raining. So he's like, I guess I can wait until tomorrow to look for this Dragon Ball. So he gets delayed, and so does the Red Ribbon Army, which is interesting because in the sub, at the very least, if we recall from last episode, General Red was like, kill yourself if you have to. Just give me the balls. But it seems like they're valuing the soldiers' lives by pulling them out of the water while this oncoming storm is like causing havoc for the ships. Um, just an interesting choice by the leadership there. It's kind of conflicting values. Um, anyway, we see the 5-star ball kind of getting washed away. It was lodged in a rock, and now it's getting fucking just tossed around downstream. With a lot of mystical sound effects behind it to kind of give it a divine feeling, I'll say. Sort of intentional almost. Um, yeah, I don't have anything else. Oh, actually, I do have a note from the last episode that I didn't say. Damn it. Specifically, when Goku and Colonel Silver were squaring up right near the end. In the sub, Colonel Silver said, hitting a kid won't quite satisfy me, but... And he was ready to fucking throw hands with Goku. Um. Anyway, he's plotting. Um. he says he's going to have to widen the search. He says the ball could have easily landed on land with all of this storming and flooding and whatnot. So he's going to be searching both land and sea for this ball now, which you have to kind of wonder how big is the Red Ribbon Army? Like, how much resources do they have? It's an insane amount of guys. Like, just in the first shot that we see, it's at least 30 men looking around. There's a guy with a pickaxe. Um, Colonel Silver says, no cracks, no crevices, no rocks unturned. Look alive. Find the ball. Um, so he's kind of like slave driving at this point. They don't look like they're having very much fun. That's probably an off-color thing to say. Anyway, Goku heads out. He finally makes it out of there. The monkeys let him leave. He's flying on the Nimbus over the Red Ribbon Army, looking along this along this river. And he says they're way off. They're looking in the fucking wrong place. We get a shot of a sort of cowboy-looking guy and a outlaw wolf. They're just hanging out. It looks like they might be mercenaries. Colonel Silver shows up and kind of like whips him into shape, knocks some sense into him. He said, "I have no time for lollygagging. You fucking get looking." And they do. The cowboy-looking dude is like, "What does he think we are? Fucking bloodhounds?" We're not going to find it that easy. It's just not that simple looking for a ball. To which Goku flies in on the Nimbus with the Dragon radar, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And they're dumbstruck. They're like, "Kid, what the fuck? What's going on here? Why are you here? What are you doing?" They pull a gun on him, which, if you know Goku, you know guns are really effective against him. Goku finds a crowd of rocks and pulls out the 5-star. And he's disappointed because it's only the 5-star Dragon Ball. And he's looking for Grandpa Gohan. He's looking for the 4-star. The two mercenaries, bandits kind of guys are dumbstruck. They're like, "How the fuck did you find that? That doesn't make any sense." They're like, "Why don't you just go ahead and hand this on over to us?" To which Goku's like, "Well, what do you want it for?" And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry about that. Just give it to us." And he's like, "I don't think I will." He says, "Okay, I'll make you." Which Goku never responds well to being forced to do anything. And he shows extreme display of power in dispatching these guys very quickly. He has no problem fucking taking them out. They're alive enough to crawl over to the truck with the CV radio and call it in. "Colonel Silver, we have a bit of a problem. A kid just stole the ball." And Colonel Silver's like, "Oh, God, this kid again?" So he runs out of the control area with a rocket launcher, locks on to Goku flying on the Nimbus, and just shoots a fucking rocket at him. I mean, he fucking explodes Nimbus. It vaporizes. he's such a smarmy asshole. He says, "Pity, it looks like you lost your ride." Um, Goku's very mad. He's like, that cloud was so important to me. In the sub specifically, he says, that cloud was very important to me. In the dub, he's like, that was a gift from my master Roshi. You're gonna pay for that. Um, so he's ready to throw hands. Um, Meanwhile, Colonel Silver's trying to figure out why he was able to find the Dragon Ball so easily. Um, and Goku's like, I'm not going to tell you fucking anything. You blew up my cloud. Nah. Um, to which Colonel Silver responds by getting naked. He takes off his jacket. He's like, okay, so fisticuffs it is. Um, he says, I strongly recommend you tell me what technology you have. And Goku says, I'm not going to tell you unless you say sorry. Now I'm going to leave. So Colonel Silver rushes him and steals the Goku's bag, which has the 5-star in it. So naturally, Goku steals it back. He says, you shouldn't steal from other people. Colonel Silver finally puts it together. Haha, you're no ordinary boy. I guess not paying attention to Goku's tail. But he takes kind of he takes kind of a boxing stance, I guess. I don't know. His front leg is kind of like high, so I don't know what exactly he's looking to accomplish with his stepping leg. Um, um, he goes to punch Goku. Goku immediately lands a kick on him, and he says, "Kicks like a donkey." It hurt him pretty bad. I should also note he does have like kind of a scar on his chest, reminiscent of one of the ones that Kenshiro has, from Fist of the North Star, um, and a lot of like shots with Colonel Silver specifically are reminiscent of Fist of the North Star. Um, but he rushes Goku one last time, and Goku fucking just knocks him out with his tail. Um, and Goku kind of like as he's walking away is lamenting that Nimbus got exploded. Goku's like, what am I ever gonna do without my cloud? And then he thinks, maybe they have something I can use. And he goes digging through Colonel Silver's capsules. Um, so he goes to just grab one and toss it. And the first one that he throws is a robot. He's like, well, that's not a ship. Um, in the sub, he says, hi. In the dub, he says, at your service. Um, he has a little more sass in the sub, I'll say. He's a little more sarcastic. But in the dub, he still has a little bit of sarcasm. Goku says, I need to go that way. And the robot says, then go that way. He says, I don't really want to walk. Robot says, throw Dino Cap number 3. So he does, and it's a plane. And Goku's like, I don't know how to fly a fucking plane. And the robot says, I'd do it. So they fly off. The robot specifically, when I said he was sassy, Goku asked what he was, and he said, "Isn't it obvious? I am a robot." Um, Goku says, "The plane isn't as fast as the Flying Nimbus." So we get another comparison of speed for the Flying Nimbus. It's at least faster than a jet plane. Um, Not necessarily faster than a rocket. Uh, so, it's hard to nail down the scaling and the speed of things in the Dragon Ball universe. But, uh, slower than a rocket, faster than a jet plane. Goku's like, "Why is it so cold?" To which the robot says, "I'm a robot. I don't sense cold." Um, Whereas in the sub, he says, "We're in the north. The north is cold." Um, we get another unfortunate looking gentleman. Uh, it seems he's General Red's right hand man. Um, he gets the news that Colonel Silver was beaten by a boy. Um, I think General Red is Scottish. There's some kind of accent there. I can't quite place it, but um, I suppose it'd be funny if it's a red-headed villain and he has a Scottish accent. That's crazy. Um, General Red's like, "Bring me the boy and bring me Silver. I want them both. Silver's a fucking weakling, and the boy is thwarting my plans." Um, Goku says he wish he had brought more clothes. Um, the robot says humans are so sensitive. Uh, they're vulnerable to external temperatures. To which he promptly freezes. It gets so cold that he freezes over. Um, because he's a smarmy asshole. That's my headcanon, is the robot's a dick, so he freezes after insulting humans about their like sensitivity to the cold. Um, so nobody has control of the plane. They crash into the mountains. Snow-capped mountains specifically. Everything is covered in snow. It's right near a Red Ribbon base. So they go to investigate the site of the crash. There's a bunch of smoke coming up from it. And we see to the right of that smoke Goku, frozen solid. He's super shiny just to indicate that he's like straight up frozen. We see a figure walking up to him with pink gloves and red hair, bends down and starts dragging him by the feet. Colonel Silver is uh, brought to General Red. He begs for another chance. He's like, "Please, just look out for me this one time." To which General Red is like, "There's no second chances in this army." He says, "Take him out of my sight." Uh, Colonel Silver says, "Don't fucking touch me." He doesn't say that verbatim, but he says, "Don't touch me." And he turns and walks out on its own. Um, and the henchmen run after him. Um, Doubt they'll do anything. He'll probably make it out relatively unscathed. But we see a large tower with turrets guarding it, and a man with white hair. Um, I don't have notes for his name, so it seems like it's not released in either the sub or the dub. Um, he's on the radio talking with one of the ground men, searching the wreckage. He's got kind of a Eastern Asian accent. Um, mm, maybe Russian. I'm not sure. Um, it's Slavic. I'll say. Um, he just demands that the ground troops find Goku. Um, just because like he's got a Dragon Ball for sure. They have to find him. And they notice a trail leading away from the wreckage. Um, they don't exactly know what the trail is, but we see that girl with the red hair. We get a full like shot of her. Um, specifically in the sub, we're told that she is Suno, Girl of the North. That's her title. In the dub, we don't get that same title. But um, that's the end of the episode. She's dragging him away from the wreckage as uh, the Red Ribbon Army is searching for his body. It seems like she may be an ally, but we can't quite tell at this point. And that's it. Um, fun stuff. Fun stuff. One of my favorite arcs is coming up very soon. And that's Muscle Tower. If you're familiar with it, it's loosely parodying a Bruce Lee movie. I'm trying to remember which one it is. I'm actually looking it up right now. Bruce Lee Muscle Tower. In reference to the incomplete Bruce Lee film. Which one was that? That was fuck. I'm doing my best. Naturally, I can't find the answer quick enough. Um, Game of Death. Game of Death. Um, that's the one where he wears the like iconic outfit. Let me see if I can hold up a reference image just while I'm thinking of it. But you know the outfit. The oh, it won't. There we go. There we go. The yellow and black badass outfit where he fights what's his name? Basketball player, super tall. You know, nothing's coming to my mind when I'm trying to make these references off the fly. Maybe this isn't cut out for. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. You didn't have to watch all this. There's nothing really of substance here. I'm yapping again. Yapping again. I can't stop yapping. Anyway, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, bell icon. Bye.